It's human nature to sometimes feel low and unmotivated, and it's okay to feel that way, but we don't want to get stuck there. What we need to snap ourselves out of it is to move some energy around. We need exercise, not for heart health or bigger muscles, for our mental health. But our minds make a huge deal out of exercise. We think gym, run, yoga, but in reality, you can uplift your spirits with minimal effort. This video is my 3-step approach to training when you're low. Step 1 is to do this movement routine with me. It'll take you under 10 minutes and leave you feeling really good. It can be gray this time of year, but if you happen upon some sunshine, get some light on your body. Often when we're low, we feel like hiding away. So we're gonna focus on opening our body to the world. Let's start with something weird. I want you to squeeze all the muscles in your body for 5 seconds. Hands, feet, and everything in between. After 5 seconds, release all the tension and shake it out. This helps upregulate our nervous system without having to do too much. We'll do it one more time. Squeeze shoulders, chest, hips, legs, arms, and release. Shake that tension out. Now that we have turned up our energy a bit, let's work on opening our joints. Place your arms out directly to your side. Roll your shoulders forward, and then do the opposite by rolling them back. Let the hands drive the movement. The palms flip up as we drive back, and they flip down as we drive forward. Try to get big range of motion through your shoulders and shoulder blades, letting them move freely. Throughout our day, we'd like to resist being in a slumped forward position, and it's helpful for our bodies to have the awareness to know where forward and where back is. Go ahead and relax and shake your arms out a bit. Next is a movement that often gets overlooked, and that's the ability to control the head. Move your head forward, and keeping the chin tucked, drive the head backwards. As you move the head back, your neck should feel nice and long. Often when we're sitting around staring at screens, our head will take on this forward creep. Once again, if we train our ability to know where our head is in space, then throughout our day, we'll probably make better decisions with our posture. And a stronger posture is highly correlated with more confidence. Go ahead and relax. So next, reach your arms forward and round the back. We'll then reverse this by moving the arms behind us and opening the chest. Essentially, we'll be doing that same opening and closing movement, but this time at the chest and upper spine. As you reach the arms forward, think about creating space in your shoulder blades, and this is a great stretch for the back muscles. As you arch and open your chest, think about lifting your sternum to the sky. This is a great stretch for the whole front side of the body. Getting the head involved will allow your spine to move more freely. As you reach and round, really tuck your chin, and as you arch, lift your chin up to the sky. Most people will find that they can push themselves a little bit further than they think. As you get loosened up here, really reach and round the spine, and then really arch and extend upward. All right, go ahead and relax. Take a few moments here to shake that off and prepare yourself for the next exercise. We'll move into a good morning. Keeping the knees straight, I want you to drive the hips backwards and bring the chest towards the ground. So we're doing a few to get this pattern down and getting the hips nice and warmed up. And then we're gonna challenge ourselves to bring the hands behind the head. Now, this is gonna force our spine to stay in extension, but also our shoulders to stay open as well. Do your best to keep the elbows back, which will strengthen the backside of the shoulder and improve our ability to externally rotate. And finally, we'll straighten our arms into a Y position, and we'll do the same good morning motion. Making a longer lever with our arms will put more of the focus on that mid to upper back. Strengthening these muscles is highly correlated with keeping better posture throughout your day, as well as having better shoulder mechanics. On this last rep, go ahead and hang out in this Y position. See how good it feels to open the shoulders and have this nice overhead proud posture. All right, go ahead and relax. Shake your muscles out a bit and pay attention to any sensations that are starting to change in your body. Next, we're going to open up our stance, slightly bend the knees, and drop the hips down. Shift your weight to one side and straighten the other knee. Now reach that top arm up and over across your body. We will hold that position for a second or two and then shift to the other side. Most of us don't stretch this way very often, but it can be a really great way to get into some of the side body musculature, like the lats and the obliques. So your job here is to make that top line really straight between your knee, hip, and upper arm. And when you do this, you're gonna feel a nice stretch through that side of the torso. I love this stretch because it's usually just a way we don't move in everyday life. So go ahead and enjoy it for about 15 more seconds. All right, go ahead and relax. And as always, shake that out and we'll move on to the next movement. Continuing with our theme of opening up joints, we want to give the hip flexors some love. We're going to do that with a long lunge. Step one foot behind you, dip the hips down, and feel that back hip stretch. Now, as we go here, we want to work on opening that back hip more by straightening the knee and dipping the hips down lower and lower. The tighter your hip flexors are, the more challenging it will be to straighten the knee. And if that's the case for you, work on keeping your hips pretty high, but just trying to straighten that back knee as much as you can. And in the next few reps, you'll see me start to open my chest and arms and extend my spine a little bit. You can feel free to try this out for yourself. It is a bit more of an advanced position, so if you're not super comfortable yet, then no need to rush into this. On these last 2 reps, I want you to hold in the stretched position for around 5 to 10 seconds. If you're enjoying this, we have a membership full of routines just like this one, not featured on YouTube. And here's the thing, it's only $10 a month. Kind of a no-brainer, right? First link in description. All right, relax. I hope you are feeling nice and stretched out in the front of the hip. Now, I'm a huge fan of getting the hands on the ground as much as possible. So for this last movement, we're going to go through a kneeling position. We're then gonna reach one arm forward, place both arms down, push ourselves back into a downward dog. We'll reverse that order up, and then we'll switch sides to kneel on the other knee and push into a downward dog. Now, I know this one can be a tad tricky to get the coordination here, but I figured I'd challenge you guys on the last movement. But I really love this movement because we're getting some full bending of the knee, we're getting good stretch for the back side of the body, as well as some good pressing overhead for the shoulders. So have fun with it. If it's not perfect, that's completely okay. You know the basic shapes we're getting into, kneeling and downward dog. So I hope by now that your muscles are activated, your blood is flowing, you're feeling some uplifted emotions. Do this routine as much as feels beneficial for you. I'm now going to share my next 2 steps for keeping your spirits uplifted. Number 2, go for a walk. If you're feeling motivated to do it after the movement routine, then let one positive habit flow into the next, or pop it on your schedule for the next day. I find the money spot to be 30 minutes. It's enough time to fall into a good walking flow. Look around, notice the trees, houses, or the weather. I like to hear the sounds of nature or the city, but if I'm feeling unmotivated to walk, then I'll reward myself by listening to a favorite podcast or audiobook. And if you love running, turn a walk into a nice jog whenever inspiration hits. Step 3 is max effort. If you're at the gym, then a squat or a deadlift can be a nice choice, but it doesn't have to be this intense at all. Push-ups or jumping on a box can be really great options, but it's important for our bodies to work really hard in short bursts, and most likely, you'll feel pretty good after. The problem is everyone does too much. No need to go to the gym and do 6 different exercises. Pick just a couple big compound lifts that use your whole body. This will be very dependent on your level and lifestyle. But at the same time, working your muscles to fatigue is the same for everyone. Some of the most high bang for your buck exercises are push-ups and pressing things over your head, pull-ups, chin-ups, and rows, squat and deadlift variations, jumps, and sprints. Of course, there's much more. Do what interests you. Make your muscles fire, breathe hard, push yourself, do it in as little as 20 to 30 minutes, and then be done with it. So in my opinion, it starts with doing this movement routine often. As your body feels stronger and more open, you'll start to unlock more motivation to go for walks and to do the max effort day. So bookmark this video, take a screenshot of this plan, and be kind to yourself. Is there anything else that helps you work through low feelings? Help someone else out by commenting it below. It's cheaper than Netflix to sign up for our membership, but a whole lot healthier for you, as always.